good size favorite.
Yeah, he's got a lot of, he's at the bigger gym, he's got the bigger team, but Mark Currier has a lot of power. That can change a lot of things, especially at heavyweight.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the title is on the line. The 265-pound title and belt in the professional division of North Iowa Fights. The title vacant right now, soon to be filled in less than 5 rounds of 5 minutes each. Or possibly 5 rounds of 5 minutes each or less. Let's meet your 2 fighters. First up, out of the blue corner. Standing 6'5", weighing in at 261.5 on the scale. He's a true brawler that trains with Elite Edge, sponsored by Magic Mike's Detail, Elite Edge in Ankeny, Ashley Billings, and Brian O'Neill. From Story City, Iowa, Mark the Wolf Currier! And his opponent, the other contender for the belt, fighting out of the red corner. Standing a luscious 6'5", weighing in at 248.7 on the scale. He's an MMA fighter who trains with Kill Cliff Fighting Club, sponsored by Lee Inc., Full Spec Tint, Ayala's Knockout Painting, and Circle Health Heart. Originally from the mean streets of my hometown, Fort Madison, Iowa. Now fighting out of Deerfield Beach, Florida. This is Darion Abbey.
All right, fellas, we've been over the rules. Obey my commands. Protect us at all times. Touch gloves if you wish. Come up fighting.
Scheduled for 5 rounds of 5 minutes each. Referees Tyrone Roberts.
Big dudes.
Oh, wow. Darion comes out wild, looking to get a
Highlight reel KO. Good left hook landed by Darion.
Darion's a big guy. It's hard to believe he can make 205.
He made 205?
Yeah.
Holy moly. Dude, he is huge. Oh, getting a little wild here. Can he get the takedown? Good stuff from Currier. Darion needs to slow the fight down a little bit, I think. I think he's getting a little too antsy for a quick, devastating KO.
Oh, and he just paid the price with the right hand.
Might be leaving himself open. Currier said he needs to not be afraid to brawl, and looks like he's got a chin on him. Good takedown from Darion.
Surprised Darion, wanted the takedown route, but Mark is dangerous in the feet with his power. So now we'll see if he can get up. That's usually the hard part for heavyweights. They don't usually get up very often.
Yes, certainly. Darion's kind of catching his breath here, I think, from top position. I mean, he was throwing pretty hard in the beginning there. So
yeah, and he got caught with a little stuff, some things too. I mean, he was landing his own, but
yes,
Currier landed at least one really nice right hand. I thought was nice.
Clear the cobwebs a little bit for Darion Abbey. And this is where he can start to rain some punches down, and Currier trying to get back up to his feet. Good right hand from Darion.
Yeah, he's hitting Mark a little too easily. Mark's gonna have to land something big, which he almost did once.
Yes, he
He
did.
seems capable.
It's one of those heavy. It's the thing about heavyweight is any shot can put you out.
Darion's definitely the better kickboxer here. Mark's more of just heavy-handed rather than good at stand-up. Oh, there's a go. I like what I'm seeing. No, he's got the right plan. Oh,
Good right hands from Darion. It's incredible he made 205. Good low kicks. He does have very good combinations, says Darion. Good job varying up his attack, low, high, low, high.
Tons of kickboxing fights. High class one. Yes, he's made 205 in the past. Definitely this is a heavyweight fight, but Darion Abbey has made 205, which is actually kind of stunning.
Yes, it is. To see how big he is.
Yeah, for sure. Darion's the bigger fighter in this fight, too, and Mark's never even made heavyweight, or never made anything but heavyweight, so. I like what Mark's turning this into a bit of a brawl. Oh, the takedowns are going to get to him, though.
Yes.
I don't know if he'll be able to get bumped from this one. He's tired. Now, even though Darion's a big guy, though. I mean, he's
definitely has the athletic advantage, the athleticism in his corner. But if I'm Currier right now, I want to put my feet in his hips, trying to kick him off of me. I know obviously Darion's a big man. That's going to be easier said than done, but he's got to try to create something. Hanging out in close guard here, that's just a good way to take damage. It's a good way to get beat up from here.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, at heavyweight, I just think it's so those biggest divisions, 205 and heavyweight, 185 sometimes too. But once you get someone on top of you, it's just so hard to get them off.
Yes.
And then it's so easy for them to do damage.
And this is where, if Darion can posture up, this is where he can land some pretty devastating ground and pound. Good knee shield done by Mark Currier there.
It looks like Darion wants him to stand up.
Yep. Oh, good
nice
side kick there. Kind of a interesting approach. Again, the issue with closed guard in MMA is if you're not controlling, if you're not looking for submissions and threatening immediately, it's kind of a way to sit and rest for both you and your opponent.
Right?
Yeah. And Currier doesn't seem to really have a lot of offense to mount off of his back. So, again, this would be I'm prioritizing trying to get up, especially when Darion postures. He did a good job of bringing his knee shield across, bringing a knee between him and Darion last time, did Mark Currier. But now it seems like he's just content to ride this last 30 seconds out on his back.
Yeah, and maybe that's smart too, because it would take a lot of energy to get up here.
Yes.
He probably lost the round anyways, even though he did do some good stuff in this round. I mean, he definitely got the respect of Darion Abbey on the feet.
And Darion doing a good job of showing that he can land the takedown. So he doesn't have to strike it out with Currier on
he has not done that in too many fights either, honestly. Darion usually, he's a long, tall, skinny guy that kickboxes.
Doesn't look too skinny anymore.
No, he's really grown since the last time I've seen him.
Yeah.
Still lanky, but yeah, definitely not skinny.
Yes. Well, being 6'6", that's gonna
one round in the books, up to 4 more
lend to being a good striker.
Up for grabs.
Yeah, Maury's a tall man of his own. He's a pretty 6'8".
Yeah, and then his last fight, he was only 4-3, but he took on Tim Johnson, who just came out of PFL 16-9.
Yeah,
so
quite tough.
Darion's been willing to fight anybody in his career. He's proven that.
Very, very tough guys. Darion doing a good job using his head pressure to kind of make it very uncomfortable for Mark Currier here on his back. But if I'm Darion, I want to start posturing up, landing some more devastating shots.
Yeah, it looks like Mark doesn't really is just going to kind of be content to ride this out on the ground here.
Yeah.
And that's not always the way to do it in heavyweight. I think that maybe he should. He might want to reconsider that, but I don't know if he has the energy to get up anymore. He didn't really have the energy to get up in round 1, so now round 2, you got 260, 250-pound guy laying on you and done damage. It's a daunting task.
Yes, quite daunting.
He's done great on the feet with a more experienced and well-rounded striker, though.
Yes.
By just being willing to stand and exchange.
I mean, one of his keys to victory is to not be afraid to brawl.
He shouldn't brawl from here, though.
No, definitely not.
It looked like he was kind of trying that for a second there, and it's like.
Maybe thought better of it.
Now this one here, we're looking at 5 rounds as well, aren't we?
Yes.
So, I mean, right now, he's getting some energy sucked out of him, but at the same time, he's not in a danger to be finished right now. So, if he can just suck it up and maybe let it get to round 3 or a stand-up,
yeah,
he can maybe land that right hand that he's landed a few.
Darion's and if I'm Darion, I would want to be looking to try to pass to mount, try to amount some offense to keep this top position. You're winning this round at this point, but the inactivity could be the thing that costs him.
Right now he's got a good position to land some elbows, and it looks like he's going to get the side here. I'm not sure exactly how much time we have left, but these 5-minute rounds are a lot longer,
Yes, they are.
than the 3-minute rounds.
Especially for such big men, too. That's a lot of weight to carry for 25 minutes.
For sure. Now you got basically Darion's able to just basically take a nap up here and
Yep.
get his rest
Yep.
and get his energy.
Get his energy back to let loose for round 3 potentially. Currier trying to turn to his side, try not to be flat on his back. But this is a moment where Currier's got to try to work his way back up. He's trying to grab a Kimura here on Darion.
He's got a tough spot there in his position in the cage, though, doesn't he?
Yes, it is very difficult. Darion's doing a good job of kind of pressuring or pressing Currier up against the cage, really making it difficult to really amount anything. And now he's starting to pass into mount, and this is bad. This is bad for Mark Currier.
12-6 elbow now legal by Abbey. Nice attempt there.
Darion Abbey needs to swarm. If he pours it on here, he could win this fight.
Yeah, he's in full mount here.
And Currier is not showing any ability to really get up off of his back. So
no, the Kimura sweep was a nice try, but that's all we've seen in the first 2 rounds here.
Very nice try. And in round 1, he did an excellent job of establishing a knee shield, but it seems like he might be just the pressure of Darion Abbey it is tremendous. And this could spell the beginning of the end. Punching from bottom position is something you really don't want to do, especially in bottom mount. You're not going to generate a lot of power. Though, believe it or not, I've seen somebody win a fight when they were in bottom mount.
How?
So the guy on top did nothing, and the guy on bottom was throwing all the punches. So the judges gave it to him. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's one in the corner where you're like, hey, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Like, well, what'd you do right?
Yeah.
Other than the mount.
2 rounds down, more to come. Possibly 3 on the schedule for this professional title bout at North Iowa Fights 20. Up to 3 more rounds coming your way. This heavyweight title bout.
Currier hanging in there. I gotta say, Currier's got a chin. For a heavyweight, he's got a chin. That's impressive.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Even 2 rounds he had, a big old guy on top of him, and he just, he's not giving up. We'll see what he has left here.
Yeah.
He's going to have to brawl and land a huge shot, to take this fight back into his control at all.
Yes. And, Darion's showing a new wrinkle in his game. He's going for takedowns, establishing top position. He's doing a good job with that. But with everybody getting so sweaty now, the grappling exchanges could be a little bit more interesting.
Nice
good
jab. Darion doesn't like exchanging with right hands with him. You can tell that. It's strategic too. But
you can definitely tell Currier probably has a little bit more of a, just raw power advantage, I guess you could say, or I don't know.
Darion's trying to set up a takedown here. Nice leg kick by Currier.
And Darion doing a good job of switching stances seamlessly in this fight as well. Coming in with that leaping left hook is Currier. Another good jab.
He's got to do something here because eventually I feel like Darion's going to shoot for a takedown and probably get it.
Yes.
There we go. And here we go. Here's a takedown attempt. No. Darion's getting tired, surprisingly. Being that he was the one in mount, I don't know why he's not got more energy right now. Maybe he's just serving it for a takedown.
Potentially, and that's the smarter. That's a smart strategy. Good right hands. Oh wow, he rocked him. If he pours it on, he might be able to get it. But Currier pulling him in tight, controlling the posture. Good job by Mark Currier to control that posture here.
Both guys landing pretty much everything they're throwing. 14 of 23 for Currier, 21 of 27 for Abbey right now. surprised we're in the third round here of a heavyweight fight. You know, you don't see that very often. Two guys with a lot of power, too.
Yeah.
Both finishers.
Both finishers. Currier controlling the arms of Darion Abbey.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing him earn a stand-up, but it's going to be tough. The ref hasn't called any stand-ups tonight either, so.
Yeah, you almost never see stand-ups in MMA anymore. I mean, you seldom see that anymore.
Hard to get. Here we go. He's trying. Oh, this didn't work. Now he's trying to slip up the
starting
back.
To build back up. That's definitely, you know, that's good. But you got to be careful getting pinned up against the cage like this.
2.5 minutes left, too. A lot of ground control for Darion in this fight, but he already has over a minute in this round with 2.5 left. We're halfway through this round.
Last round, he had pretty much the whole round.
Yeah.
Top control. So.
Yeah, we're looking at, so far in this fight, very dominant for him. 84 of 110 punches landed. And we're looking at, you know, a total of 4 minutes and 11 seconds of ground control.
And counting.
And Mark hasn't shown the ability to be able to get up.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where if I'm Mark Currier, I want to turn to my side. You see how he's flat on his back here? It's not going to pay any dividends for him being in bottom half guard. You have to get to your side.
Correct, yeah, and he's definitely tired, you know.
Oh, yeah. But it looks like Darion might be bleeding, though.
Mark's a tough son of a gun, man. He's really gained my respect.
Yeah, he's hanging in there with and a lot of people would have given up by now. So
for sure, and I think he wanted. You know, I don't think he expected this kind of fight either.
No,
I think that he probably thought that Darion would just
stand with him.
Yeah, you know. And I think Darion probably thought that too, but obviously Darion also planned for a backup plan.
Yes, he had a plan B. Yeah, you know.
Because Mark landed some great shots. Mark's definitely a puncher. I'll be surprised. It's going to be tough to make it out. 40 of 52 strikes landed in this round.
With a minute left in this round, you know, one thing you got to give Mark Currier credit for too is he's been landing elbows off of his back as well, and I think that he's cut Darion pretty good now, which is something that guys are starting to use a bit more in MMA, but it's been underutilized in the past, in my opinion.
You know, one of the 12-6 elbows will help it all with either side. You know,
I'm interested. I'm interested too.
Do you practice those from the bottom or?
12-6?
Yeah.
I think it's more so. I think with the 12-6 legalization, I think it's something that kind of frees you up to just throw elbows now. You don't have to worry about the angle or anything like that.
So I feel like someone like you that's tall could push the head back now. And,
certainly.
You know,
certainly.
Whereas before you could only really come at a side, come from an angle. You
right.
know, I got to give Mark credit. He gains another round, another chance to hurt Darion. And even though Mark's showing some wear and tear, Darion's showing some wear and tear as well.
Yeah, he got cut.
Yeah, he got cut from the bottom. And, on the feet, Mark's landed some power shots. It's just going to be interesting to see how much damage, how much energy Mark has left.
The title and belt still
without a doubt.
Line. Round number 4 coming up. And don't forget,
Let's take a look at this replay
we're drawing
here.
50-50 numbers, so get your tickets ready.
Again, brawling up on the feet.
Get them handy.
Darion lands a good right hand that sits Currier to his butt.
Just get a winner and go right into the main event.
This is kind of the story of the rest of the round. Is just
right now,
Darion on top.
4 headed your way.
Not really looking to advance position though. I feel like if you were to get to a top mount and just really let loose from top position, he might be able to finish this fight just off of the fact that Currier seems to not really be able to work his way back up. However, Currier has hung in there, and he has power in his right hand. Every time he makes Darion shoot, every round. Good jabs from Darion Abbey.
Nice jab by Darion. Nice body shot. Mark Small's wide open. He could be hurt here bad.
Yeah.
He gets hit the right shot in the mouth. But he's still dangerous.
Yes, he is. Ooh,
we go.
good
Nice
body
body shot.
shot.
Oh, see? Oh, there we
Ooh.
go. This
Yep.
round's probably, I'll be surprised if we can make it through this another round of a heavyweight, on top of you. Mark's not really got the energy right now or the nice elbows, though.
The issue is that Darion is having trouble mounting serious amounts of offense in terms of finishing ability, right? Because I feel like Currier's just got a chin on him,
Yeah, he he's got a heart on him, too.
Holy moly.
He's never considered giving in. Darion now is being a little more aggressive about going for the finish, too.
Yes, he's getting there, too. You can tell he's a little perplexed that Mark Currier's still here.
Yeah, how can you not be?
Yeah.
I am.
I mean,
as well.
He's surprising. Good elbow, good slicing elbow from top position. Body, going to the body, and I think he's going to look to land a pretty devastating shot.
Mark's still trying to get up, just really showing a lot of heart in this fight.
Another good elbow. And you see how Darion's putting his hands in front of Mark's face to kind of disorient him, overwhelm him a bit more. Cover the mouth, make it difficult for him to breathe. Just really trying to make it as uncomfortable as possible.
Darion fighting a very strategically smart fight. Looking to get to 5-4. He's still very, his record doesn't show it, but he's still a very tough heavyweight prospect. Just hasn't been able to put together wins. Maybe it was a mixture of the fights he took, too.
I think that's exactly right. I think Currier is one of those guys that he's not afraid of anybody. He'll take a fight with anyone.
And Darion obviously either. I mean, he's...
Yes. Darion doing a tremendous job of staying on top. I'd like to see him put together a couple more, devastating elbows. I mean, this is something to where you could argue the ref needs to stand this up.
I agree. I love stand-ups.
I think most MMA fans like stand-ups. Indeed. And we might be looking
Mark's
at one.
A scrappy little guy from the bottom,
Yeah.
too.
He won't go away. He's like he just won't go away.
I thought this fight would maybe last 2 minutes. I really did. I thought they would,
Either way.
rock each other early
Yes.
on, and it would be like, all right, that's that. But Darion's fought more strategic and smart than I expected, and showed more elements to his game than I thought he had.
And that's what can separate a lot of heavyweights is their ability to adapt outside of just I hit hard.
Yeah.
You see that even in the UFC, guys who just kind of rely on their power and that's it. And it really separates looks like Currier's foot is trapped in Darion's shorts. Motioning to the referee is Mark Currier.
And he notices it? Oh, it still is. It's still caught
Yeah,
there.
it's still caught in there. There it is. Now it's out. They will resume.
1 minute left. If he survives the round 5, it's like, I really thought he was done here when he got taken down in this round. Still possible. Darion could get a finish.
I think Mark makes it to round 5, man. I'm going to be honest. 43 seconds.
Body. There you go. Swing the left arm free. Yeah, hold it nothing. Swing free. Good. 30 seconds.
You can see Darion Abbey trying to advance into mount here.
20 seconds left here. He's going to really,
Ooh.
he's got nothing to lose here. He's got his back for the first time. Oh, Mark kind of cowered up there. I think
Yeah,
Mark's done.
I'm surprised. I thought Currier
His
was
mouth
going to
guard's
stand.
out, too. His mouth guard's out. I think Mark's done. Maybe he's had enough. Maybe not.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Posture up, give me a couple more elbows.
Now the strikes have really gotten, Abbey's now landed 150 strikes to 64 on Currier's side, and the ground control has been just, over 10 minutes of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this heavyweight battle is headed to the 5th and final round. We have not decided who is going to take home that belt and title yet. In 5 more minutes, we'll know. Or at least we'll be starting the addition to find out who did
round.
it. Anyway,
It's been a
round
tough
number
fight for Mark Currier
5.
here.
Get your 50-50 tickets ready.
Let's take a look
Other
at the replay.
stuff. Here we go.
Just more of the same. Mark Currier on his back. You know, he's landing punches, landing elbows from bottom, but here's the finishing. Here's the end of the round. I mean, if there was more time on the clock, I don't know if this fight.
He kind of like, just kind of not cowered, but he kind of like, you know, just balled up and
Right.
had his mouth guard spit out. I think that I can only imagine there's so much energy left in him.
Right. I'll say this, though. Currier's one tough dude.
Yeah, you know, and I think Abbey needs, you know, he's got to get a finish here. I'm sure he feels like to move up the ladder. Mark doesn't have the power, I don't think, right now. He's just,
Agreed.
power's gone. It's just, you know, 4 rounds, this huge heavyweight laying on him. It's
But I'm going to be honest, you know, Darion on his feet still looks crisp, still looks polished. You know, yeah, he's a little tired, but he's looking good so far. Yeah, Currier's just a little tired.
Yeah, if I'm Abbey, I probably don't even go to the ground this time. I think Mark's just too tired to mount an offense now.
I agree.
But he made it to 5 rounds, and that's a feat in itself.
Yeah. Good left hook.
You know, it's just that he's tired. The punches are starting to show more wear and tear on him. Yeah,
Yeah. Good jab from Darion Abbey.
Oh.
You see, in earlier rounds, I think Darion would have already shot by now, but yeah, I think he senses that the power of Currier is diminished.
He sapped it.
Yes.
It's kind of a dead man walking right now.
Yeah, you could argue this fight needs to be stopped now.
I'd probably stop it right here.
Yeah.
And then Mark comes back.
I mean, this is crazy.
But I think if he gets hurt bad, I think the ref's jumping in.
I think so too. I think if he gets dropped, I think the ref stops it.
The jabs are landing way too cleanly now because he's just too tired to keep his hands up.
Yep.
And the body shots have taken their mental and physical effect. Nice right hand. I can't imagine how this place would blow up if Mark knocked him out. Oh.
And the takedown. I'm curious as to why Darion Abbey decided to take him down.
I mean, Mark's so tired that, like, I don't know why Abbey
Yeah.
I think he made a mistake there. I mean, of course, he's going to probably win this fight now. I mean, he's going to win it anyways, but now he's at full mount. We got 2 more minutes of this. He hasn't shown much ability to finish Mark from here.
Especially from top position, which is surprising. I think if he postures up and just really lets loose here, he needs to posture up, though. That's the biggest thing. I mean,
yeah, he's got to show some ability to finish here. If he's trying to be a guy that's, you know, going to make it to the UFC still in his 30s,
yep.
you know, the 500 record, he's going to want to be impressive in this fight. And you know, the technical aspect was effective. Was definitely effective, and you know, it was somewhat impressive. But I think that a finish is needed here to.
I agree.
For him to feel like he
to really cement it. And here he just needs to pour it on.
I think he's gonna here. Look at Mark still punching from the bottom. Just no quitting him.
They're talking to each other.
Mark's probably like, look, man, you can't finish me no matter what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 rounds laying on me, pounding on me, and I'm still here.
Yeah.
We're going to be at like 13 minutes of control when we get done here.
Yeah. But I'm still here.
He's landed 160 strikes at 219 now. Mark has still landed, you know, 56, but obviously, you know, 1/3 the activity. Abbey's 13 of 13 with elbows, including 4 and 4 in this round, 8 for 8 last round. Like you said, he's got to get some separation and try to finish here.
Yes.
Right now, he's just basically, you know,
riding this out.
Yeah. I don't know why the ref hasn't been into a stand-up all night. I don't know that it's necessarily been earned, but there's been a few times he could have did it.
Yeah. I think here, you know, in mount, a dominant position, you've earned that. I don't agree with standing up from mount, but boy, oh boy, when you're in bottom guard, not a lot's going on. You might want to. And here we go. This is here we go. Currier backing up though. Man. Finishing this fight excitingly, but I think that this is
five round, 5-0, but a fight, you know.
Yes.
Both
Grueling.
guys are just nothing left. They left it all in the cage. Both guys ready for a nap.
Yeah.
Crazy. Here we go. We jump to the replay board. Darion Abbey spent most of the time on top. Jumps up to spend the last 30 seconds in the center of the cage. And for both men to get their last chance to land good stuff. Darion still was able to dominate here. The jab just became too much, too accurate. And just, you know, the activity. Hell of a performance by Mark, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mark Currier's jaw is broken.
Oh, his mouth is wide open. I mean, I guess if you were trying to look for something to criticize, you would say that maybe Darion should have finished him. That's about it. Shouldn't get Mount 3 rounds.
I'm walking into the cage
Completely
with the
agree.
judge's decision. Before we get to that, I'd like to remind you to get your 50-50 tickets ready. We'll be doing the drawing right after this fight, right before the main event. But right now, I have the judge's decision. With me in the cage, promoter Mike Estes, prepared to award the title and belt to the winner of this fight, who comes in with a unanimous decision. In fact, all three judges scored the fight 50-45 for your winner, fighting out of the red corner, Darion Abbey.
And congratulations to Darion Abbey for a very dominant win. You know, again, it was just one of those situations where Darion Abbey was he's able to get the takedowns. He was able to get able to pour on the offense from top position.
Big shout out to Quentin Hart here, one of the biggest MMA supporters in Iowa, just happens to be mayor of this town, Waterloo. And Darion, you and I share a little bit of background. We come from this little dirty river town called Fort Madison, Iowa. You've gone other places. What have you been up to, man?
Shit, grinding, as you can see. How y'all like that shit? That shit was dope, right? That shit was dope.
There is no doubt in my mind that you went out there and you ground, you went hard, you did everything you needed to do to win, and you didn't open yourself up. You took a couple shots, but every time you did, counter punching coming through. Is that your plan going in?
It was to wrestle him. I didn't mean to get cut, but he hit me with an up elbow, cut me pretty good. But yeah, I knew he was tough. Touch him up a little bit, make him tired, and just keep grabbing that single leg. As you see, I think I went like 5 for 5 on it. So it worked. I'm the champion. What y'all got next?
Oh yeah, Darion Abbey, you're a new champion. One more thing.
If y'all enjoy watching me fight, I'm gonna shout out a little promo here. But February 1st, if you don't know, now you know, I'm taking on Patrick Martin for True Rev's heavyweight title down in Burlington, Iowa. If y'all enjoy watching me fight, come get some tickets and watch me collect another belt.
There you go. The man, the myth, the legend, Darion Abbey. Hey, we got t-shirts from Lederman Bale.